So today we will be this is chapter number 17 of physics class 10. So today we will be discussing about the electronic devices and the electrical devices, the difference between these two devices. Some of them you like things that both are equal, but no, there is a very a difference between them. So first we will be discussing about the electrical devices. What are electrical devices? Let me write. So electrical devices. Electrical devices contain the high voltage. So if I would give you the example, so take the example of the machineries that you use, for example the generator or the fridge that you use. So that is why they uses the high voltage. Okay, they uses the high voltage like AC, your alternating, sorry, what do we say, air conditioner voltage. Okay, next up they have the hardware. What they have the hardware they do not have any software, but they do not run by the programming. For example, if I talk about the generator, so as you can see, they have the hardware, they have the proper structure, they do not run by the codes and these all, so they have the hardware. The example of hardware can be generator. Next up they have the electrical circuit. What they have the electrical circuit, electrical, or you can say electric circuit. For example, our machines, motors that we use for the water, like that convert the mechanical energy into the chemical energy, so that what they contain the electric circuits. Okay, so number third statement is they uses the transformers. What they uses the transformers, like the application is what is transformer, or you can say they uses the resistors as well. What they uses resistors as well. They in their the structures, their management or their makeover, they have the transformers and the resistors. How the transformers, in the structure of the microwave, as we know that microwave uses the high voltage, they have the hardware, they have the electric circuit, so also they have the transformer in their interior design. Okay, third is that they uses AC current, means they uses alternating current high, but they also uses DC current as well in a low amount. Okay, they uses DC current as well in a low amount. If I talk about the alternating current, so the alternating current is in this form, as we all know that. I guess I'm making your notes correct. Alternating current. Okay. Next up, they are more expensive. Okay, they are more, for example, our refrigerators are more example, oh sorry, expensive, so they are more expensive. Okay, expensive. And they are bulky, heavy in the weight, the mass. They are what? They are bulky. Bulky means heavy. So let me repeat it again. We are discussing here the electrical difference and the electronic difference. We have discussed the electrical difference devices, like what is the difference between the electrical and the electronic devices. Electrical devices have what? They have the high voltage. They uses the high voltage. For example, our microwave. Okay, they have the hardware. We have taken the example of like the microwave over here. So microwave, we know that they do not work by the um, coding. They have their own structure, their proper design. So that is why they have the electrical devices have the hardware. They have the electric circuit inside, and they contain the resistors, they contain the transformer. They uses the AC current more than the DC current. They also uses the DC current, but uses more AC current. AC current is in this form. Okay, they are more expensive. Microwave is more expensive, and they are bulky, means they are heavy. Now on the other hand, we will be discussing about what? We will be discussing over here about the electronic devices. Okay. mm, Let me write over here. We will be discussing over here about the electronic devices. Electronic devices. Let me write electronic devices. So what are electronic devices? Electronic devices uses the low voltage. What they uses? They uses the low voltage. Now if I talk about the fans, the DC fans, the fans that are used in our daily life, so they uses what? They uses the low voltage. Next up, they have the hardware plus they have the software. Now let me give you the example. For example, we are having the fans in our home, so they can control by a remote. We have the remote of the fans as well, and they have their hardware as well. So as you can like our like the best example of our home appliances is a computer as well. Computer also have codes, like it work on the coding, and it have the hardware as well. Okay. Now electronic circuit, they have the electronic circuit. The best example of the electronic circuit would be fans. Electronic circuits and mobile, because mobile uses the low voltage. So okay. Now they have like in their application, they have what? They have diode in that. They have the transistors, they have the logic gates. Logic gates are for the controlling. For example, we have our fans in our home that is being controlled by the remotes as well, so they have what, they have the logic gates. Okay, now logic gates, there are many types of logic gate based on the application on the devices. For example, the logic gates are also used in our flying the aeroplanes. So at here the logic gate are also used in the fence, so it depends because it have the types. Now what another the difference over here is this electronic devices use more what, they uses more DC, like the direct current more, and the alternating current less. For example, if I could make the example over here, so AC are like in the straight form means the current is for flowing in the what, in the straight form. Okay, so like the dangerous is what, if we do like if we, someone asks that who is more dangerous, so for example, who is more dangerous, so of course our DC is more dangerous because the current flows direct. Okay, now next up we have, it is like the electronic devices are more cheap than the electrical devices, and they have the small weight as they were bulky, like the electrical devices were very bulky, so they, here they are small. Okay. Now I'm doing the, like again I am telling electronic devices we are talking about. So they have the low voltage. For example, our fans, our mobiles, they uses low, like charging. If we charge a phone, so they uses low voltage. They have the software and the hardware as well. Our phones uses our codes. Our computer uses have like its hardware. If we talk about it, have the structure, and if we talk about the software, so it uses the codes as well. They have the electronic circuit. Electronic circuit means like fans, and they uses diode and transistors and logic gate. They uses DC more than AC. DC is in this form, they are more cheaper, they are small. Okay, so this here is the the comparison between both of them. I hope that is clear.